Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the Cup Council. How are we all? Hopefully, all of you have calmed down eventually after Liverpool have, I want to say battered, but I kind of don't at the same time. But again, I've destroyed Arsenal, which was, of course, I'm
Love
joking.
it.
Our first half was, well, we won't talk about the first half so much, but we'll talk about the second half especially. But look, Liverpool are through to the next round of the FA Cup. Arsenal are out. Arteta in tears. And look, for Arsenal, it looks like a long way. Now, I think they only play one more game in January, which, again, if you listen to all the Arsenal fans, they need this, they need that. Again, it was very enjoyable listening and watching Arsenal fans having meltdowns anyway. But we're not here to talk about Arsenal. We're here to talk about Liverpool absolutely getting through to the next round of the FA Cup. As you can see, I am joined by Jack from the Anfield Road TV. Jack, how are you feeling? Have you calmed down since the Lucio goal?
I love it. I love it, lad. I absolutely love it. I love this team. I love this football club. Love our manager. Love all of our players. Great result, lads. It's a big statement. And I know, and I said this on my post-match, like, it's not just tonight. Like, when we go to the Emirates in a couple of weeks, that will give us the world of confidence. We had no Virgil van Dijk. We had no Salah. We had no Endo. And more or less, as we'll speak about the Arsenal team in a bit, they were more or less at full strength, apart from one or two. But that was a statement win for me tonight, mate. Like, not just in terms of the FA Cup, but in terms of Liverpool going forward this season, mate, in the weeks to come. We weren't at our brilliant best. I think we can all agree with that. And how many times have we been on the other end of that? Like us as a team where we've missed so many chances. But if you keep your games for the next weeks and months to come, still 0-0, you'd have every chance of winning football games. But that defensive performance from a whole team collective, even the attackers tracking back as well, was absolutely amazing, mate. And it gave Liverpool every chance. Very similar to the Newcastle game. Last 10 minutes, the game flips on its head and we capitalise on it and we rob Arsenal's spot in the fourth round.
To be fair, I think everyone wanted to see it happen anyway. But I think what I think you said it there perfectly. I think when you do look at the two teams in comparison, yes, Liverpool had their front three. Well, for now, front three, obviously with Mo Salah not being available. With him going to AFCON, but you look more on the defensive side of things. Obviously, Alisson Becker is there, of course, but that back four in particular, Ibu and Konza, relatively new centre-back pairing. I think they've only played together, I think, once, and that was in the Europa League this season. But by God, I think the two of them, especially Ibu Konate, deserves a massive shout-out tonight because by God, if there was any debate, and I know people go on about William Saliba, and look, Saliba, again, he's a phenomenal defender, but there's a reason why Ibu Konate kept him out of that World Cup team in last year, and that is why. Like, go and watch that performance. Sensational performance by centre-back.
Yeah, I said in my post-match in chat is if you can cast your minds back to that challenge he made in the first half where he just slides across the penalty area at the right moment. Obviously, a couple of seconds later, Odegaard hits the crossbar anyway, but it's sensational, mate. Just goes to show the maturity levels from Quansah, Ibu as well, no Virgil van Dijk. But I think now they don't need Virgil van Dijk, some of these centre-halves at the football club. They're learning from the best centre-half in all of Europe. And it's quite evidently when you train with the best players in world football, it's rubbing off on them. You look at Joe Gomez as well this season. I've been waxing lyrical about Joe Gomez for many of a month on my channel, mate. And his performances have somehow gone under the radar of most Liverpool fans and just the general footballing fans as well, because he's been sensational. Well, Gomez, a couple of the players, they lose the ball now and again, but that just goes to show the quality in this Arsenal side as well. Let's not forget, we're the away team. Arsenal, of course, we're going to have large spells of possession within this game, but it's how Liverpool and how those centre-halves did manage with it, and he managed with it extremely well, for me, mate.
Yeah, no, 100%. I think coming off that game at Anfield back, what was it, 2 weeks ago now, or even probably a bit longer than that, where I think we felt a bit hard done by because I think a lot of us thought that we deserved to win that game of football. And look, like many people, like, oh, a draw was fair. I heavily disagree with that. I think Liverpool.
Treated it like they won the league, lad.
No, exactly. Like obviously they were top of the league at Christmas and so on and so forth, but the biggest thing for me is, like you said, it goes to show, like this Liverpool team tonight showed signs of Liverpool back in 1819 and 1920, where we might not be playing the best. And look, that first half in particular, Arsenal should have scored.
Yeah.
Probably should have scored 3 or 4, but Liverpool kept in there. They kept digging. The tactical changes at half time worked perfectly. Liverpool more in the game, more attacking, and at the end of the day, Liverpool have walked away with a clean sheet to begin with, and two goals that Liverpool rightfully deserved towards the end. And again, that separates for me the elite manager in Jurgen Klopp than Mikel Arteta. Now, I'm not saying Mikel Arteta won't be an elite manager in a couple of years' time, but for me, there's been too much disrespect when it comes to Jurgen Klopp and this Liverpool team. Yes, last season was last season. We had an absolute stinker. Ask every single supporter. We know this. But in the space of 12 months or 18 months, Liverpool have managed to change it around. And now we're performing at a level where, again, don't have to be perfect, but we're getting the job done. That's now still. We've faced Chelsea away, Spurs away, was it City away, Arsenal away, now in all competitions, and we've lost one game. Obviously, that Spurs game.
And people do, you spot on there, people do go, and we all do, like, we haven't got maximum points out of all those games. But the thing is, you spot on there, lad, that's the thing, we've got them all to come to Anfield. And the back end of this season as well, hopefully Liverpool do. We've got a couple of weeks off as well. Obviously, we're not in the next round of Europa League Day. We're back in February, aren't we, or March? Yeah. But then we recover. But we got the big game against Fulham. I think we go strong again, mate. And we certainly got the youth. I know Chatter already alluded to a couple of the young lads as well, rightly so. Connor will get to those comments in a little seconds. But keep them getting the comments in, chat. Smash a like as well if you haven't done so, and subscribe. But yeah, with the I think we've strengthened even more now, mate. And chat, when you look at the youthfulness, you mentioned Kwanzaa. Gomez is playing the way we all wanted Gomez to play, as long as he doesn't get injured, touch woods. He stays fit, Ibu. And the lads on the peripheral, you look at Curtis Jones again tonight, playing two very different and difficult positions. Obviously, that 8, and then went reverted to that number 6 role at the back end of the game to see out the game. He played that very well for the England under 21s and won the championship with them. So he's very versatile. And you look at Elliott, you look at Diaz, Gakpo, and even the lads aren't firing fully, but we're creating so many chances within games. And even Jota as well, Colin. I think we've got to get straight to Jota. His impact off the bench tonight again was absolutely pivotal. And if he stays fit, I think he will be the difference maker come the end of May of Liverpool winning trophies. Everyone will speak about Jota, about Van Dijk and Alisson and Salah, and rightly so, they're the 3 main ones. But Jota, for me, mate, he's a match winner. And today, you could see they were absolutely petrified of him. As soon as Jota got on the ball,
Ramsdale's reaction straight away. As soon as Jota's coming on, you watch Ramsdale's reaction, you go, "Oh Christ, here we go again!" Because Jota always has a good game against Arsenal, and that I think you're spot on with Diogo Jota. I think people have gone about Salah, they're going about Nunes, and so on. And I think Jamie Carragher said on Sky Sports, it's Nunes, Salah, and then there's a toss up between them. When everyone's fit, I don't think there is a toss-up. I think it's quite clear who's the third man is.
Yeah, and you need that. You need competition, mate. I think we've been very blessed at Liverpool to have probably one of the best forward lines in Europe in Mane, Firmino and Salah. But I think as a competitive side, I think that helps us. I think you look at Nunes, and Nunes has a very good game, mate. I know, I don't know if you see my post-match, mate. Me and Kev spoke about it. I don't know what Nunes has to do. I think everyone expects Nunes to score 3 goals a game. But what I loved most about Nunes' performance tonight was his defensive work. In terms of when the last 20 minutes of that game, he was constantly coming back. Him and Diaz, it's one thing going forward, but as a team collective, that's what Mane done extremely well in his time at Liverpool was defensive work. Similar with Salah, you've got to track back, you've got to work as a team. It's not just down to your defenders, it's down to your midfielders and your attacking players to very much track back and close those spaces. And gives Liverpool every opportunity to win games of football. And and when the penny does drop for some of our forwards this season, we'll be blitzing teams by Lord. And especially if we are keeping clean sheets, as Chat's alluded to tonight. I'll let you get straight to the comments as well.
I will read a few comments as well. But thank you for everyone for tuning in as well. Hopefully everyone is well. Again, a good way to, I say, kickstart the new year. Again, Liverpool have played quite well going into the new year, and
not even out with second gear, I don't think, mate, and that's a good thing.
No, I would agree with that. Remember this time last year, chat, when we were talking about Brighton away? Jesus Christ, what a difference a year makes anyway. But what a win, big win. Jota is so instrumental. We definitely need him. Now Salah at AFCON, first guy I've seen bully Saliba. Yeah, 100%. Press Kazunia. Kristen as well saying smash and grab, you could say, but we don't take chances, you get punished. We were better in the second half. That performance was full resilience and grit from us. Nunes really peed me off with his end product as well. I feel like he was a bit unlucky. I think a lot of people had to go at Nunes for the 2v1 with him and Lucho.
I haven't even looked on socials for the chance tonight, was it?
Yeah, I blame Lucho for that a little bit because again, it's a good pass from Darwin. Lucho just runs too far forward. But
it's the speed that these players play at, mate. I think all of us as fans, it's so easy for all of us to analyse the game and go, "Oh, we should put that through." But these players, modern day footballers, they play at such a frantic pace, like at any small margin. Even when you watch the players as well. Like, even if you've been fortunate to watch the players warm up at Anfield or on telly or whatnot, they absolutely smack the ball at 110 miles an hour at each other. And any slight diversion on the evolution of the pass or whatnot, it slows down the momentum. But I'd agree that ball should have been played through. But at the end of the day, Liverpool won 2-0 and we kept a clean sheet and Liverpool win the game. And I can understand. But there's going to be games this season where that Nunes just absolutely buries every single chance. And the penny will fall for him in certain games. But let's not forget, did he get another assist, Nunes, tonight? Did he? I think for the, was it the Jota goal? I'm pretty sure he did.
Was it Lucho's goal? Yeah, probably.
Oh, no. Goal. Oh, yeah. No, it's Jota to Diaz anyway. But still, he had a big impact on the game. And
it's the front three connecting in it, really. I think that's what we want, though, is the fact that probably going into Fulham, we now look at it and go, what's Liverpool's best front three? I'd probably go with Nunes, Jota, and Lucho, because Liverpool have a 10-day gap in between both games. So, at the end of the day, Liverpool can afford to rest players. Play players back to back and then have a rest.
It keeps all of them on the toes, mate, doesn't it? And trust keeps the opposition teams on the toes as well. Because obviously, as I said before, it was Salah, Firmino, and Mane. Everyone knew that. But if you're a centre half of Fulham, come off 3 days' time, you're like, oh, who am I going to play up against? Gakpo, different. Nunes, completely different as well. Jota, completely different skill set. It's going to keep them all on the toes, mate, and it's only going to bode well for Liverpool in the long run, mate. It's amazing that we've got these options.
Yeah, 100%. Let me get to a few comments before to miss out on a few. Arsenal got what they deserved for wasting their chances. Yes, I 100% agree. They 100% need a striker. But if you listen to what the club, I think, are coming out with, they need midfielders, which, again, I don't get where that's coming from. More clean sheets, please, lads. Vaz, absolutely, 100%. BRB, smash the likes, everyone. Yes, thank you, Mark, as well. Chris also saying, rebuild season, and we are competing for 4 trophies. I can't believe they were fans playing weakest team possible. I'm greedy, man. I want everything. And I think that's the mentality we need to have. We look at the quadruple chasing season and go, compared to last season as well, it completely drained us at times. And I think it did. But this is Liverpool 2.0 under Jurgen Klopp. It needs a trophy. And, if things do plan out in the Carabao Cup, you hope Liverpool can do that. Again, we don't know what's going to happen in the Europa League. We don't know what's going to happen in the Premier League. Again, we all know that there's twists and turns ahead in the road. But if Liverpool can secure, a trophy, at least one this season, again, we'd like more than one in the position we're currently at. Of course, we would. But if we can just secure one trophy, then that is a massive positive in, like you said, Chris, but there in a season that's meant to be for a rebuild, not competing for everything possible.
It's this squad as well, mate. And Chris is spot on in chat. Keep on getting your comments in. You want to be winning that first trophy in terms of what it gives the confidence of the squad. Like Klopp, hopefully, obviously it's difficult. It's going to be two very difficult games against Fulham, and no one's putting it past them anyway. But we've just got to play at our maximum, and then we've got to go to Chelsea or whoever we're playing in the final and go and win it. We've got already proven winners in this side as well. Now, it's not like we've had 30 years where we haven't won the league or we've not won trophies. This squad has done it. We've got Robbo as well. I think I haven't even mentioned him. Costas is out. You think about it, mate, the way we've dealt with quite a lot of situations this season is amazing. Like, there's no whinging from us. Of course, the window's open at this moment in time for Liverpool. We could go out and do business, but I don't think many Liverpool fans don't. Of course, we'd like a 6 or we'd like a 1 or 2 players here and there, but we don't need overall wholesale changes within this squad because it's good enough. You look at Bajcetic when he's back to full fitness. We know he's having a difficult moment at the minute, but he's got a lot of prospects. Conor Bradley, obviously, Bobby Clark coming on as well, signing his new contract a couple of weeks ago. So there's big emphasis on the developments and Kwanzaa as well, and I'm pretty sure there's a couple of young lads coming through in the Liverpool attacking sense as well. The young 16-year-old was on the bench tonight. He's got big plaudits in the academy as well, so one to keep an eye on. So the future is bright, but as always, we want to be winning trophies this season, especially when you put yourself in such a big position. But this Liverpool side is extremely young. It's got the right elements of any great side. The spine in the team, Ali, Van Dijk, Canate, obviously, Endo, McAllister, whoever plays in that 6. Sabozlai hasn't even really started going, in all honesty. Yeah, McAllister's getting played out of position. Not his best position tonight again, but he done a job, doesn't whinge, cracked on with it. And it's looking very good, mate. Very, very good.
Absolutely. Kev, I will get you in there in a minute. Let me just read a few more comments in a minute. Oh, wait, the lads pick up Geordie as well. Obviously, a big win for yous this weekend.
Geordie, you'll be still celebrating that, lad, won't you? I know you will.
Can someone please explain to me how the kits are not clashing in that game? That game was horrible to watch. I'm not gonna lie.
I told you need to go to the Specsavers, lad, dude.
Yeah, probably. But Doug's in as well saying good evening. That felt good. Don't take your chances and you get punished. Darwin being moved out to wide left changed the game. We looked so much better. Shout out to Bradley who come on and nullified obviously Martinelli. Yes, he did. It's absolutely fantastic. What Conor Bradley did. And to be fair, even Trent, I know Trent got done once or twice, but look, at the end of the day, I think that Martinelli come on and had zero effect on that.
Did you hear the BBC commentary after the game, not?
I had some of it.
Absolute utter nonsense. Every single time, it's this notion that Trent. I was saying this to Kevin probably mentioned as well. It's like it's a boring narrative, mate. It's so bloody boring. All right, Kev, lad. Kev, these pundits in England, lad. I don't know what they're like in Ireland, but some of these are absolutely atrocious.
No, if you try to understand some of the ones in Ireland, they're mostly around the old GAA. So a lot of the time you just go say, "What? No, say around the trap and I thought I said it, but I didn't even know it when we passed up the ball of the." That's what you're going to get in Ireland. You know, it's a load of country boys, man. Just talking about GAA, you're not going to get any articulation whatsoever when it comes to that. It's all slang and words. But look, yeah, Mowbray and Shearer were banging loving Arsenal. They were all over loving Arsenal and just wanted the narrative of us done really in the whole thing. And just think about Trent, man. It's just clear. I keep saying it. 60-year-olds judging modern right backs and left backs who played in 4-4-2 formations were only right backs. In their time, there wasn't even a right wing back. So why are they even commenting on it? Because they don't know how it works. They clearly haven't learned to see how it works and how it adapts. And they keep saying, "Oh, this wonderful thing about the inverted fullbacks," and this, I don't listen to them, man. I see them and I'm just like, no, like stick somebody else that's just been recently, retired out of the game or something in there and let them talk about it. If I wanted to see a bunch of old crodgers not knowing what the modern game is about, I listened to Eamon Dunphy and all of them boys that used to be on Irish TV before, or Didi Hammond talking crap, all of these kind of guys. Nah, thanks.
For a fact that Shearer definitely wanted Liverpool to lose this game because the amount of times he mentioned Newcastle and that Jota penalty, like Jesus Christ, like I've never heard a man keep on about a subject for so long. Looking at the game though, and a little bit looking towards an Arsenal side of things, I would be a majorly concerned if I was an Arsenal fan. Like again, you can have bad patches in seasons. Like at City, for example, recently I think they went, was it 6 or 7 games without a win in the league. But I look at that Arsenal front three, for example, and Martinelli, Saka, and Gabriel Jesus missed this game. Was supposed to start it. Apparently, he's out for 3 months, reportedly. Anyway, Kev, do you have to head off?
Yeah, little lad walk there, lads. I'm gonna have to get him back to bed. Yeah. So he's just after waking up again. So I probably came down a bit too soon from him going to bed. Lads, look after yourselves. Up the Reds, 2-0.
Yeah, there we go.
But like looking at the Arsenal attack though, it's for me the biggest problem with it is the amount of games. Like they were going on about it on BBC about how many games. Like I think it was Saka's 250th game for Arsenal or something like that, and the fact that he's only just turning to the age that he is at the minute. Like him, Martinelli, Gabriel Jesus, it's a lot of football that Arteta's made them play through.
And the prime example is Marcus Rashford at Manchester United, mate. They are running, they will run Saka into an absolute brick wall. Because I love, and for the last couple of seasons, I've said potentially one day, when Salah retires, maybe if Saka does develop into the player that we're all expecting to, maybe get him to Liverpool. Obviously, he's on big wages, but at this moment in time, mate, Saka's going to be done by the age of 24. He'll be getting hamstring injuries left, right, and centre. But tonight again, at this moment in time, Odegaard was absolutely atrocious tonight, and so was Saka. But let's not forget that Arsenal side, there was enough quality in that team. But Odegaard, I didn't like the way Odegaard was throwing his hands around, doing a prime Bruno Fernandes.
Theatrical.
Yeah, like I that's really done my head, and that started to creep into his game. Good players lead by example on the pitch. You let their football doing the talking. If you have a bad game, you have a bad game. But it was almost like they wanted an excuse to very much give an example to like why they were losing the game.
There's no plan B for Arsenal neither. Like this is what I mean about like again they've got Nketiah and they've got Trossard but they're all the same players. Like, they're all the same style. They're all the same style. There's no, like with us, for example, you've got Darwin, you've got Jota, you've got Cody. Like I think that they're 3 different players in themselves that can play up front for Liverpool. But it's also when you look back at the past, like even the 21-22 season, you had Sadio, Lucho, as similar-ish players, and then you had Divock Origi that was completely something different. Now Arsenal don't have that, and they haven't had, and that's what I think cost them the league last season. Everyone goes on about Gabriel Jesus and how well he's done, and like look, he's done brilliantly since he left City last season. But like you said earlier on, Arsenal is completely different this season. I don't know what's changed, whether it's obviously Rice coming in.
It looks like Rice has actually said to some of those players, you just frankly aren't good enough. I think he was having an argument with some Arsenal players this last couple of weeks as well, hasn't he? He's
Gabriel, I think.
Yeah, Gabriel, he's fuming. That's what winners do. Declan Rice, you see him at England, you see him at West Ham over the last couple of years. He's won the European trophy last year with the Hammers as well. So, and that's good to see. Certainly, I think Declan Rice, if Rice come into Liverpool, I think Liverpool win the league by an absolute country mile, in all honesty, for me, if he walked into this Liverpool side. But he's gone to Arsenal. And, but yeah, disappointing. I expect Arsenal to do what Arsenal have done in my lifetime, apart from the early 2000s, is whittle under the pressure, really, in all honesty. You've got a very good core. You've got a good group of players. But when push comes to shove, like it did last year, I know it's a young side, but this year, you would have thought they would have learned a lot of those lessons they got taught last year. But even Trossard, I think someone alluded to in chat before, big up to you, whoever it was it Trossard coming on with like 5 minutes to go? Like that just, to me, screams, he should have been on when Liverpool made the subs to bring our lads on in the 60th minute, mate.
I think someone said it. I think that, again, that falls down to Arteta. Like Arteta, I think I was watching something before the game and they were saying like Liverpool will make 3 or 4 substitutions and Arteta's made his first one after the 4th one for Liverpool. And it's like that's exactly what happened today. Like there was just no change, just constantly doing the same thing over and over again.
And that's what we wanted as well, Con. We were doing plenty of shows last year. We all questioned not Klopp's tactics, but Klopp's decision making. Like at moments last year, it went off bloody track. Like we were all going, Klopp, why are we not making subs? But now, and that goes to great shout out to Klopp tonight again. I mean, even Pep Linders as well. The tactical switches this season from Liverpool, we've been a lot more proactive as well. And that's what we've all wanted. And it's only boded well.
Yeah, absolutely. Mark, by the way, hopefully your dad gets better soon as well. Well, hopefully all that is good. I'll give you a message after the stream as well. But yeah, hopefully everything is okay. How was our back line? Decent. There was a few, times there was like, a bit wasn't in the first half, but like second half, like I think everyone can agree, Liverpool miles better because of the changes. Yeah, and I was simply putting Harvey back in the midfield and putting Cody Gakpo up top with Darwin on the left, which I've always said that I think Darwin is better as the main striker, but it works. And again, that's fair play to Klopp as well.
There's going to be full backs and there's going to be centre half this season, mate, when we play them in the league or even in Europe, where there will be, as I said to Kev on my post-match, Gakpo through the middle will work for certain teams. Gakpo on the left against certain oppositions will work. It's similar to Nunes, he just said there. It's all about just changing things up and not always doing what we used to do. What was get the ball to Salah, get the ball to Mane, get the ball to Trent. But now we've got Szoboszlai and McAllister. We've got match winners as well. We've got a lot more match winners. And I still bang on. I keep on banging on. But we missed Endo, Van Dijk, Szoboszlai, Robinson, Costa. We're missing, and even Thiago. I know we all joke about Thiago, but if Thiago comes back, even if he gives us a world-class 3 months at the back end of his career at Liverpool, he can certainly win your games of football if he's playing full fitness.
If we get March 2021 Thiago, that's good. Yeah, the end of the season.
Even if we get fun. Yeah, the back end of last season, even if we get like 5 to 10 great games out of Thiago, and we play him like once every month, or like when he comes back, then sounds happy days.
Yeah, big up Chloe as well, saying Jack has competition with his new haircut. Can't end it now. To be fair, you want to see this when I just come out of the shower. I look like something gone wrong.
I thought you were going to pull up some dodgy picture to me there, lad.
I got plenty of them, but we'll keep
no
on
comment.
Stream. The backline was superb. Yes, it was press 100%. No Salah, no VVD, no Szoboszlai, no Endo. Yeah, exactly. I think as far as put it, but Arsenal away in the Premier League will be tough now, though. It will be, but I think that if Liverpool did what they did tonight with the players that we don't currently have, imagine Virgil van Dijk in that defense, Endo, McAllister, Endo in the team, Salah. Again, Liverpool have levels, and like Klopp said, like, you're surprised that the football team managed to play football because the majority of the base of it has gone because of injuries or internationals or whatever it is. And the fact that Liverpool managed to hold out, not concede, and then go on to get the winner. Again, it just goes to show how good this Liverpool team is, even at his weak points.
Chat's going on about just Thiago being the invisible man. Anyway, he is. He is.
I will get to the bottom of chat in a minute. I'm currently halfway up. So, Colin Jack, what did we do wrong tonight? First half. Just come watch the first half, Mark. Come watch the highlights of that. It was just
it's not keeping all the ball as a con for me. Like, in terms of just it was very sloppy. But at the end of the day, we won the game, and no really, it doesn't matter. But in those games that it will matter against the cities and the better opposition, even Arsenal, when they actually start playing well, away in a couple of weeks, we will need to keep the ball, protect the ball a lot more better. And that's where Liverpool do play that's where we've transitioned a lot over the last couple of years. Obviously, we're with the new signings and everything, Liverpool are trying to play a bit more of a Pep Guardiola style of football, more possession. Sometimes it's difficult to watch, and you want to be seeing Liverpool score 5 or 6 goals a game. But as tonight showed, it was a very controlled performance, especially in that second half where we made the subs. We could go into the game a lot more. And then it was just a waiting game, really. Could we hit Arsenal on the attack, make our set pieces count? And with Trent on the pitch and the lads that we have, we've always got every opportunity. And just let the opposition make their own mistakes themselves.
Yeah, as Mark said, Saka doesn't have the control, but Bakayoko does from PSV. Yeah, like obviously, like I think that's the whole conversation. I think going into the summer, depending on other certain French internationals as well, Mbappe. But no, like Bakayoko, I think is definitely on Liverpool's list for the summer if Mo leaves. I don't think though Mo does go, if I'm being awfully honest with him. Arsenal fans don't know what European Cups are right now. They never have. If I'm being perfectly honest.
They have won one in their career. I think that was in 1960s or something.
62 or whatever it is.
So.
But yeah, no, Villa have more European success than Arsenal. So there you go. Arsenal struggle for a leader on the pitch. When you look at it, you got Rice, Odegaard. Well, Odegaard's the captain, but you know, I just genuinely think that
you need more from him, though.
Yeah,
you honestly do.
Like I think that Odegaard last season he was amazing for Arsenal, but this season, like I watched that Fulham game, and like people like that drag you through, you know, to win. So even a point, I think a point away to Fulham would have been fine. I think for Arsenal, we just didn't do that. And then watching Arsenal fans, reactions, and even they were saying like Odegaard's not doing enough for us. And I haven't seen much of AFTV or anything like that, but like they haven't been happy with Odegaard for a while.
I think it just comes down to him being really bothered, mate. In all honesty, like you looked when he burst onto the scene at Arsenal, obviously when they signed him from Real Madrid, like you wanted more. In all honesty. But he's got that quality. But I think it comes down to, it's a big, not just for Arteta, but Arsenal as a football club to retain the likes of Saliba, to retain Saka, to retain Odegaard, because everyone in world football will be after Odegaard in the next 2 years, especially if there's any murmurings, really. They'll want to sign him again, and if he's available, if we've got a bit of dough, maybe Liverpool test the resolve of Arsenal. If he's unhappy,
we speak about Arsenal's core. Say, for example, if Real Madrid do get Mbappe for free, and the rumor is that they've got 200 million pounds to spend, even if they didn't get him on a free. Nothing's to say that Saliba won't be going to Real Madrid.
I'd have Saliba at the football club.
What do Arsenal do then?
It's the honestly knackered, mate. Juventus are coming back to full form. They're a massive club, massive institution. Bayern, they're under the resurgence. They will need centre halves.
Well, they want to centre half, don't they? They have to. I think Araujo from Barca.
Yeah, so they're going to be spending the dough. So it's this moment in time where Arsenal are at a crossroads currently as a football club, as a fan base. What do they want? Are they going to be willing to give Arteta more money? Because I think it's very dangerous to give Arteta more money when he can't get a tune out of this squad. It's a very good squad. It's not quite City or Liverpool levels currently, but Arsenal spent a lot of money in the window just gone.
Do you think that if
performances?
Do you think if Arsenal had a striker, they would do better in the league right now? So say if they went on to sign Tony or someone like that.
Yes and no. I'd say if they need an Osimhen from a Napoli or like a player of that ilk, a world-class striker. Henry-esque. There's not many Thierry Henrys out there, but of that level, a player that comes in straight away, gets their levels up. Their midfield today, I think we spoke about it before we come on here, mate. That was more or less full strength for Arsenal, apart from Martinelli, and that was their main midfield. Apart from Jorginho out, you'd say, and probably put Havertz where he has been playing midfield sometimes for Arsenal this season. So, yeah, it's a quality side. Apart from obviously Cure, obviously the left back, Ben White, solid, Saliba, Gabriel, Ramsdale, Odegaard, Rice, Havertz, Saka. Still a lot of quality in that side, but it's just getting massively mismanaged by Arsenal Football Club, well by Arteta. He's a manager that reminds me very similarly of a certain ex-Liverpool manager, Brendan Rodgers. I think Arteta believes his own hype, in all honesty. Arteta needs another 5-10 years in management, really. I think he got the Arsenal job too early in his career.
For me, he needs a different philosophy, because at the minute he's taken a lot from Pep Guardiola.
Yeah.
Now, for me, he needs the rougher side of football to make him a complete manager. Like you see Jurgen Klopp, again, Jurgen Klopp plays, heavy metal football, this, that, and the other. But Klopp has had the difficulty of
even last season. We said last season it was a difficult period, and he's evolved. And as you said, the Dortmund years. But every great manager, Conor, we all know that. Like they've changed a winning team. Like look at Ferguson. He used to change his team quite regularly, but it was very consistent. Yeah. Yes, he spent money, but Arsenal need to spend money, but they need to not just spend money for the sake of spending money.
Yeah,
for me.
Yeah, 100%. Let me quickly get back to the comments. Let me quickly scroll back up. Max saying Diaz pressed me second half, and he has played himself into form now. Yeah, 100%. I think again he starts on the right hand side midweek for Liverpool. Curtis calling Gaka, saying Gaka's is hilarious. Yeah, go and watch the. Is it the sit down interview or the sit down podcast on the Liverpool YouTube channel? But Curtis just talks about Gaka's for about, I think, like 15-20 minutes. Again, it's really, really funny. If I'm being honest, Havertz for 65 million was a waste of money. Declan Rice has definitely improved them, but they missed a trick in not getting a striker. Look, you guys know me and Jack have had very heated debates about Kai Havertz. You guys will know I don't rate Kai Havertz, and tonight again is another example of
Kai Havertz doesn't fit the system for Chelsea or Arsenal. I'll tell you now, if you went to Bayern or if you went to, say, Leverkusen at this current moment in time, it just goes to show the inability.
Do you think that he could be a perfect? This might sound a bit stupid, but do you think he could be a Thomas Muller replacement for Bayern?
Long term, he's got everything as a game. It's just stylistically as a football team. Arsenal and Chelsea and even all those previous managers, he suits a certain way. It's like putting like prime Messi in a back in the day Tony Pulis side. He'll try his best, but that Stoke side used to love long balls, throwing the ball into the air, and they're not just utilising Havertz's best qualities, and that's the ball at his feet in the air as well, certain moments, attacking players off him, but it's going to be the hill that I die on, really, with Havertz. But yet again, it's mismanagement from Arsenal, not getting the best out of what they currently have got. Even Nketiah, I just don't understand. It's 90 million. Was it 80? Somehow Chelsea got that money back. That's ridiculous in itself.
We spoke about it the other day. Every single asking price that Chelsea got for all of their players that they wanted, they got. And
you should have just refused to pay that money. Fair play to Chelsea. But there's no way Mount was worth anywhere north of what you paid for him.
It's like the Man United report to come out from the Athletic, and like the Man United scouting department told United to not sign Mason Mount for any more than I think 30 million, and they end up spending double that on 65, and it's like
ridiculous.
Like how that, like even Kai Havertz, like how on earth did they get 65 million for Kai Havertz? Like
that could have been two players for Arsenal's midfield there. Like split the money. It goes to show the modern era of football management. Like the value for most players and Liverpool players in the past as well. that we've signed. Some of them are mad, but I think with Liverpool, we've got it right. Is we've got the right players at the right price. You look, we went big on Alisson and Virgil van Dijk, but you look at the 30-40 million pound players for all of ours. Gravenberch, £100 million player in a couple of years if he stays fit. Like Gakpo, Jota, we all know the players. Look at Robbo. Everyone was slagging off, 8 million, he's a whole left back, and just look what he did. He turned out to be anyway.
Go and have a look at this guy's sports comments. That's what
Oh, yeah.
look on.
But it's amazing, boys, and that's where Liverpool have really changed things in recent seasons under Jurgen Klopp is this ability to identify. I mean, that's the biggest issue that you look at United, Chelsea, Arsenal, that they really can't identify elite level players, and that's what goes to show why Pep and why Klopp are such good managers. They get the best out of them. Like they mold these players. Look at Klopp turning Ginny from a left midfielder. He played even Ginny when Alden at Liverpool. He was predominantly an attacking midfielder for Holland, getting lots of goals, but converted him into a number 6, one of the best number 6 at that time as well. So it is what it is. Long may it continue at those football clubs as well.
Well, look at Dominic Szoboszlai, for example. Like he was available for everyone in the summer, and Liverpool. Like, I think the only club that was nearing an interest was Newcastle at the time. Liverpool went in there. How much? Release clause. Sound. We'll pay it. And to be fair, I know recently Szoboszlai hasn't been performing too well. I do think even today, I think you missed it. You know, he was a definite absence. I think certainly in that first half. And I think that we've just got to the stage at the minute where we're just expecting Szoboszlai to have a 10 out of 10 performance week in, week out. That's how good he is. And the fact that he's done so well in the first 6 months of his Liverpool career is, mad to even think about.
Not even out of second gear as well, mate. I don't think we haven't seen the best out of Dominic Szoboszlai. That's only a good positive. Even McAllister's playing in the 6 and certain weekends, match weeks. But when those two are absolutely flying. But that's where if Salah has an off day, Trent has an off day, that's where you need McAllister and Szoboszlai in the next couple of weeks. Because it will happen, even if Núñez has a couple of off days as well, which he will. This squad will have off days, but it's about sticking together as a fan base as well. And just really driving us over the line, really, because we know what is needed.
Yeah, 100%. Let me quickly get back to the comments. And the one problem is you never have two number one goalkeepers, Ramsdale and Raya. Choose between who plays is totally on Arteta. Yeah, to be fair, we were just going on about that off camera as well. I was a bit undecided about our changes of avoiding a replay until Jota went central. We rearranged it once Jota and Ryan came on. Arteta goosed and was cooked, mate. Yeah, absolutely, 100% with you on that. Vaz, let me quickly scrub back up because I've lost where I am. And Nels in as well, pick up Nels saying, fair play, Liverpool took their chances, Arsenal didn't. You can tell Arsenal are badly needing a striker who can finish his dinner. Yeah, absolutely. Rice is an impact sub. He should have started. He did start, I think, Mark.
Yeah,
he
Rice
did start. Mark's right. Yeah,
that was right one.
I had to think then. I was like, did he start or didn't he start? I was like, he did start. Arsenal need to spend their leftover Christmas money to sign a striker. Real talk. It's the big question of who do they get. Like I know we spoke about Jack spoke about Osimhen. I've spoken about Ivan Toney. You're not getting either one of them for less than 100 million, like a minimum 100 million.
There's not many like maybe Lewandowski. I've seen reports that he's potentially, you spoke this week, he's leaving Barca by the looks of it. If I'm Arsenal, I'm moving heaven and earth to get Lewandowski into the football club. He'll be on big wages, but that's certainly a type of striker that Arsenal would need. For me, I'm very surprised that they haven't been linked with him. I think he'd want to come to the Premier League as well, but it's what you don't need is another Kai Havertz where they bring a player in, doesn't fit the system, and it's just splurged a load of money all over the wall again.
Well, as Marcus said there, Solanke is what Arsenal needs. I'm not too sure, I think
hopefully that is the case, Mark, because we get a cheeky sell-on clause again. The many contracts.
Get 20%, don't we? From Dominic Solanke. Mark saying Solanke is still a lightweight. I think he's on the progressive. What he's currently doing at Bournemouth is really impressive. But again, I feel like if he went to Arsenal, I would feel like he would struggle. a little bit.
The Dominic Solanke is having the period that Dominic Calvert-Lewin had a couple of seasons ago under Ancelotti. It's a spell for me. I'd like him.
Bournemouth should 100% cash in right now.
Yeah, that's what they should do, mate. Business sense speaking. They could easily get 50, 60 million. They get stupid money for Solanke.
Yeah.
And especially how desperate Arsenal are. But it's going to be one of them.
Yeah, 100%. What else do we have before we do head off? Conor Bradley should be starting now at right back and give him a good run now. Keep Trent in midfield where he belongs. I'm massively disagree with this. I still think Trent's the best right back going.
Mark and Conor. Trent starts as a right back, but from a tactical sense, we all know Trent moves into midfield. So
yeah,
even though he starts off, it's just.
I think Conor Bradley starts FA Cup games. If we play
against Fulham as well. Yeah.
So. 100%. I would agree with that. Quickly, but then Havertz looked uniquely unaffected today versus Ibu and Trell. Yes, to be fair though, he did have chances, but again, just so wasteful. If a proper forward had the chances of what Kai Havertz did, Liverpool are 2-3-0 down.
I'd even say Nunes. If Nunes was playing for Arsenal tonight, everyone goes on about Nunes not scoring, but Nunes creates. He gets his head up at the right moments now. Obviously, there's an occasional ball where come on, Darwin. But last week, the prime example in that first half where Nunes should have squared it to Salah. What did Nunes do last week? Come out second half, slides in Salah, Bob's your uncle, 2-0, and we're absolutely laughing. So, yeah it's going to be intriguing, but yet again, I think it'd be disappointing from Arsenal again.
Yeah, 100%. Evening Dave as well, saying, let's go, boys. Evening Dave, hopefully do well, mate. Hopefully had a good New Year's and Christmas as well. Evening Spider and Dave as well. Mark, obviously, thank you, Mark, for putting the links in the comments as well. Very much appreciated. Hi, Dave, as well. Doug also saying, Joel Konza, by the way, gets better with every game. Yes, he does as well. But, Jack, before we do head off, man of the match for tonight for Liverpool, who would you give it to?
Ibu Kanate, mate. He's an absolute beast of a man, beast of a defender as well, and got him quite cheap as well. That's his bad. Another £40 million signing. So, yeah, happy days, mate. Long may it continue, Reds. Massive thank you for having me on, mate. Really appreciate it. And, keep on doing what we're doing. Grind out results. Come what the end of the May, one game at a time, but bring on Fulham. I'll tell you, Anfield should be rocking. I know for the fact it will be. Semi-final, big first leg. So yeah, we've got business to source in 3 days' time, and looking forward to that.
Absolutely, yeah. For me, I agree. I think Ibu Kanate for me, outstanding. Said at the start of the show. There's a reason why William Saliba is out of that French squad at the minute. The partnership going forward will be Ibu and William Saliba, but as things stand at the minute, Ibu Kanate is on another level, and if he can just stay fit, again, I don't think his Champions League performance back in when we were at the final, what was it, 2 seasons ago?
That's one of the best. That is one of the best centre half. I keep on saying to you over the last couple of years, Con. That's one of the best centre half performances I've ever seen in a Champions League final, mate. Yeah. He was a man possessed. He was dealing with 4 Real Madrid attackers on the halfway line when Robbo and Trent were bombing on. It's come on, lads. We deserve that just for Ibu alone for that final, but we just need to start winning trophies to keep our lads at the football club. We know we will, but
there is a potential final in Dublin, which could be, could sound.
That'd be good.
Could be very nice.
We'll turn up with Kevin, the Irish lads' houses, won't we? Not? Yeah, it will be one party.
Yeah, and plus it could be a home game as well, depending.
Oh, Press, why have you reminded us, lads? That should be a banned word on the channel, Katie.
What's this?
Navi.
Yeah, don't. Yeah.
And somehow we passed his medical. I don't know how, but
well, if you want the latest news in Naby Keita, the guy I used to love, supposedly he's suspended from Werder Bremen. Supposedly, apparently, attitude problems, which for some reason, it seems to be everyone leaves Liverpool, because even if you watch the Saudi Pro League, Sadio Mane's had plenty of fights in the Saudi Pro League, and he's only been there since the summer.
This goes to show how good Klopp's management is, mate. In all honesty, that he's able to deal with these characters, and there will be certainly big characters as well. And Sodendo as well.
To be fair, we were saying this, mind, about players. I think Mo Salah played tonight, didn't he, in the first game of AFCON?
Yeah, they won 2-0. Yeah.
So. He missed the penalty again.
Oh, did he? Oh no! No comment, Chat.
I seen the assist that he had, but I also seen the penalty. I was like, oh Jesus Christ!
He'll be fuming because Mo's like that. When it comes to the Ballon d'Or next year, we need Salah to get every goal next year for the next 12 months. But one of them.
Darks was a minor injury, wasn't it? Would like to see him play.
I think it's a big injury, Mark, and honestly, I think it was.
It might be a muscle problem. Not too sure on that, Mark, but I'll have to let you know. I was like saying, AFCON starts on Friday. Tonight was a friendly. Was
it? Oh, sound. You can miss all the penalties and that, can't you? So
yeah, that's not done. But for me, man of the match, Ibu Konate, Liverpool through to the next round. Hopefully we get a home game. Would like to see a few youngsters at Anfield against a decent opponent team, not Manchester City or anyone like that. But again, I don't care if it's Manchester City.
You heard it here first, Con, and Chat. It will be. It's going to be getting drawn at Man United's ground, innit? They'll have an ex-Man United pundit or player or whatnot, literally looking to the pot and give them. It'll be Man United at home against Liverpool. Like Schmeichel done it last year. He literally looked into the pot, or like it's like the cold and hot balls as well. That's how you do it. Like you warm the cold and hot balls up anyway, and you just hover over. But that's a conspiracy theory in there with me with cup draws. Hence why City get a League 7 team every single week.
Like it would be nice for City to have a hard team, because all the time, like they always get, even the Champions League. Like
I was made up where Newcastle just kept on knocking everyone out in the League Cup. You got United, you got City, you knocked out Chelsea. Well, they nearly knocked out Chelsea. Yeah, could you imagine?
If it wasn't for Kieran Trippier, which, by the way, again, before we do end off, what an awful month he's had. For certain other reasons that you may know about on social media, but still, look, at the end of the day, Trent is the best right back in world football. I won't have anyone else saying anybody different.
Scouser. Well, we've got 2 boss scouts in the squad now, Curtis. Yeah. Come on, the Wigan. Come on, Wigan.
Everyone's gone on about Wigan. To be fair, Wigan at home or away, somewhere close.
Lad, you've got no chance. But it is Man United currently. Like, if you've not seen the pitch tomorrow night, chat.
Wait there, hang on. We're going to win in 2-0.
No, they're not. It's tomorrow.
Is it tomorrow? Oh.
The game. Oh, Connie, you've been debated there, lad.
Press, why have you done this to me?
I
thought they were actually winning 2-0. God's sake.
I think he said just 2-0 to West Wigan in general. I thought he was giving us.
I got my hopes up then. Yeah, I got my hopes really up then, to be fair. But as he says that, that's my prediction. No problem.
I'm so excited.
I got so excited then, Press. But yeah, come on, the Wigan. Anyway, but
just quickly, sorry there, lad, before we go, I'm just looking at the teams now. Who's the was it Morgan? Not Morecambe. Who was the team? Maidstone. I'd love it if Maidstone did get a massive payday at Liverpool. So say if Maidstone come to Anfield, that would be massive for their football club. Because obviously for the home team, like the away teams, they get, I don't know if it's changed now, but it used to be like they get half the gate receipts as well. And could you imagine what that would do for their football club? Like what, 2 million, 3 million for their club?
Especially if it's televised as well.
Yeah, it's televised. So, and even the gates as well. So hopefully it would help. It wouldn't mind a cheeky Maidstone, but anyone, bring them on, Connor. Chat. Yeah. Bring them all on. Bring on the Internazionale as well, Roma by your storm.
Absolutely.
And all that good stuff.
But look, hopefully everyone has a good rest of your weekend. Obviously, it is Sunday night, so obviously work tomorrow for people. But look, at the end of the day, Liverpool through to the next round. That's the most important thing. And yeah, Arsenal having a meltdown out of the cup. potentially out of the title race as well. And yeah, the Reds keep on marching on as well. But yeah, if you're new around here, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, go over to Anfield Road TV as well. Mark will put a link in the comments, so thank you, Mark, for that. And yeah, we'll see you guys tomorrow probably. But yeah, till then, I've been Connor from the Cup Council. See you guys then. Ta-ra.